Oh boy. You heard the news. It's true. Jamie Newman, who transferred to UGA in January, has decided to opt out of the 2020 college football season, as have many high profile players. This one was very surprising. A week ago, nobody saw this coming. A week ago, we saw Jamie Newman, throwing in practice, and he's the clear-cut starter. He's got a great arm. He's got a better arm than anybody has given him credit for. He's a great athlete. He's going to make noise at UGA. All this stuff. This was, literally a week ago. What has changed in the last week to make Jamie Newman decide to opt out of the 2020 season? I don't know. In my last video, I had talked about, personally, at that time, I did not think we were going to have a college football season. I still don't know if we're going to have a college football season. It's still 25 days away. It's still too early to say. I'm still holding hope, guys. I want a college football season. There is still a possibility that that's not going to happen, and I know that, and I've accepted that, and that's my opinion, is that it could still not happen. I want it to happen. I hope it happens. I had a great time watching the game last Saturday, but this news about Jamie Newman opting out, it really came out of left field. I don't know what's going on. Has something happened in the scrimmage that they had? Did he re-injure his foot and nobody has talked about it? Was he not that good and was going to get beat out? I don't know. It's just speculation at this point. There are people that have said JT Daniels is better. I don't know that that's true. I know that JT Daniels still hasn't been cleared to play in games, so that's worrisome, being 25 days away from supposedly opening the season, and our number one quarterback has opted out. Our number two quarterback hasn't been cleared yet, and we don't even know who our number three quarterback is, whether that's Dwan Mathis or Carson Beck. We know it's not Stetson Bennett. But that's about all we know. So, just I hope we have a football season just because it's football. But this does not look good for UGA. It doesn't look good for a lot of teams. Jamar Chase earlier this week, he opted out. He's a huge part of LSU's success in their offense, and I don't know what the reasoning was there, but a lot of these high profile players are opting out, and at this point it's almost like, what's the point in even having a season? All these dudes are opting out. What's the point? Again, I hope we see it, but some big news today that really threw everybody off, threw everybody through a loop. Nobody was expecting this. Maybe Kirby Smart was expecting it when he convinced JT Daniels to come to UGA this summer. He was prepared for it, I will tell you that. He was prepared for everything, which is good. I'm glad that we do have JT Daniels on the roster. Kirby looks like a genius right now in that sense. So, I don't know what this means for our season. I don't know what this changes. I think that this changes our offense because JT Daniels is not a mobile quarterback at all. He's about as mobile as Jake Fromm. We're not going to be running RPOs. JT Daniels is not going to rush for 400 or 500 yards and 6-7 touchdowns like Jamie Newman was potentially going to, like he did at Wake Forest last year. So what changes with our offense now that Jamie Newman is not a part of it? Because the quarterback being a factor in the ground game is gone with JT Daniels as the starter. Sure, there's a chance that Dwan Mathis or even Carson Beck could surprise and take over that role. I personally don't think that that's happening. I don't see either of them being starters at UGA. I could be wrong. I think it's JT Daniels' team now. I've been saying all off season that this is Jamie Newman's team. Jamie Newman's the starter. Even after JT Daniels came in, I still said Jamie Newman was the number one guy. That's all changed. That's all changed. Jamie Newman is out. JT Daniels is now the guy. Let's hope he gets cleared to play some games. And let's hope that we have football on September 26th. This season just got a lot more interesting. Go Dogs.